What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle, and today I want to look at some of the forgotten skill moves. Skills that we used to use and abuse in some of the past FIFA installments, and I'm not going to go as far as saying they're no longer relevant, but they're definitely no longer overpowered. I want to bring that energy and almost reminisce and talk about some skill moves that I really appreciated in some of the past FIFA installments in terms of the combination play, the build-up, everything, all encompassing, and sometimes we forget about certain skills. If you like this type of video, drop a thumbs up, tells me it was a good concept, I should do more similar to this perhaps. We're also gonna have some throwbacks in this video. If you started watching my channel back in the day with some of the early tutorials, whoo, just wait for these mix-ups. And what skills did I forget? Are there other video concepts similar to this concept that you wanna see in the future? Comment that down below. It's not hard. Let's talk about it. First up, we have the advanced spin. And if you remember this skill, I mean, it hasn't been that prevalent the last couple FIFA installments, but it was overpowered. When it was introduced, it was in my top 5 skill move video. It was in my best new skills that you need to learn, you need to master, you need to be able to incorporate, because it gave you that speed boost. It was quick. It had a very deceptive way of almost setting up these diagonals, especially if you were running down the end line, if you were in the middle of the pitch, and you see some of the tutorial highlights from back in the day. I've always been on the freeze frames. Anybody that says that they started the freeze frames, or you see videos that look like mine, there's a reason they do look like mine. They were not the innovators of some of the early tutorials. Everybody can make tutorials, no doubt about that, but you want to do it in your own way. But the advanced spin was something that I really appreciated, and I just never see now. I might play complete weekend leagues, division rivals, everything, and I'm not going to see it once.
About you out of town and myself now. I can't tell them you the person that they asked about. Used to sit in silence.
Next up, we have a classic, the BERBA spin, and for many of you at home, your introduction to skill moves, this was one of those moves because the BERBA spin gives you an easier execution. It was very simple when you're going back and over to the side, and it was a little bit slower. It was like a click maneuver, and we used to use this down the end lines time and time again, and I felt like it just got slower and slower every FIFA installment, which made it harder to use, harder to be competitive with a skill such as the BERBA spin. It started to get a lot more predictable, and the AI defending got better, and because it was slower, you weren't necessarily going to get the angles that were necessary, and you were definitely not going to see double or triple BERBA spins, which is something that we could all appreciate back in the FIFA 15 days.
My eyes low, caught me over with a look, mix you up on my iPhone, caught me in a higher zone.
We talked about the BERBA spin. We've got the 5-star skill move counterpart. When you're looking at the MCGEADY spin, you used to be able to mix up the BERBA and MCGEADY so well because it was all a matter of if you were sprinting or if you were standing still. When you had those 5-star skillers, you added the scoop turn into the mix. You see Dino doing his thing, a little throwback Thursday. But I love this move. It was quicker, and the way that people defended was so manual in the FIFA 12, 13, 14, 15, even FIFA 16 days. FIFA 17, I would say, was the introduction of a lot more of the AI assistance. You could use a lot of skills, and quick hitting skills had so much value. They were
These nights be a shame if you stayed alone, and karma be a bitch who just want a bone. I can't even.
You should all recognize the Ronaldo chop. In this skill move in particular, you would use a Ronaldo chop to get that diagonal angle, and that's when you use the finesse shot, and it was hitting the back corner. And this is another skill that dates back to some of the games that were a little bit quicker, a little more manual. It's not that you're never going to see this in FIFA 19. And I do want to reiterate, I'm not telling you don't learn these skills, but there's more valuable skill moves to learn in this year's installment, such as a La Croqueta, a ball roll, a drag back, to have a mastery of some of the basics or even the new skills. And I feel like anytime EA introduces a new skill move or a new feature, it just tends to be a little bit overpowered. And a big reason I got into YouTube was because I wanted to showcase what to look for, how to set up these skill move sessions and some of the build-up play, the attacking side of everything. I do all the defensive work as well, and I actually rate myself as a defensive player, but I think some of the razzle-dazzle, so to speak, is always easier on the eyes.
Go to bed when the weekend close, guessing how the shit feels, you ain't even close. I just need my notes.
And last but not least, we have the heel flick turn. I actually grabbed these clips off of Kazooie's video. I couldn't find my own tutorial, and I know I made a tutorial covering this skill, but basically it was a variation of the heel-to-heel flick. It was a good way to fake out your oppositions. It might not have been as overpowered or as strong as some of the previously mentioned skills, but it was definitely something that people were using. This is the perfect example of a forgotten skill move because I don't feel that the heel flick turn is not effective. I just feel like people are so focused on different skills right now, or just doing the standard heel to heel, that they have forgot to actually use this skill as a nice mix-up or a way to incorporate some creative combinations. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a thumbs up. Yes, it is cold inside in New York City. If you're brand new, it is free to subscribe. I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.
I ain't got no pastime. Too much on the line, I ever let the shit pass. I be steady chasing peaks till I flatline. Too much on my mind when they be stuck up on the past. It just cycles through the last time.